In the previous video, we have created an alert notification using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, where each trigger is bound to each alert notification. For example, in success, it's bound by this alert, success alert, information alert, then warning alert, and error alert. But so the code looks like this. But actually, we can have only one div that holds um, that serves as alert notification, and then we can just dynamically add content in here to cater all these triggers. So that's what we want to achieve in this video. So let's get started with this success alert. So we already have, we'll just check what we have in the front end, something like this. So for the success alert, it will not trigger. I think the information will not trigger now because because we have already deleted them. And let's work this out. So for the, maybe we can change this to alert notification, because this is general now. It's not specifically bound to any alert notification. And yeah, I think this can, I think we, because we want to target this class, I think we need to add a ID in here. Oh, ID, and then class. Yeah, let's leave that for now. And we have message close. Actually, we can because we want to have a dynamic content in here. Um, we should wrap this in a image. So img src is equals to um, something like that. And I think that's still missing something. I'm just gonna quickly add some icons in here. So I have local icons. I'm just gonna quickly add those icons. So I already got the icons added in here. I have an error, information, success, and warning icons. These are SVG, inline SVGs. So I'm just gonna go back in here and create an ID, because we want to target this one by changing this dynamically. So we have to added an ID of I think message icon, and then to preserve our previous style in this, we'll just add to have a class, something like that, just to preserve our previous styles, so we don't have to do it change again. So I think this is pretty much it. So then we'll head on to our JavaScript. This is now our generic alert notification. If we click success, this should be changed to success alert. For error, this should be changed to success message. So let's try and do that in our app.js. So we just need to target this. For the message icon, we just need to target the message, and we'll target the, I think, close, for the close of icon. So that's what we need to do now. First, I need to have a content. So what are my contents in there? I think I just have this notifications object, where I have success, information, warning, and error keys. So inside each of these, I have an icon. So this is bound in here. It's just a path to the actual icon that I have. And then I have a message for a success, a background color. Remember, in our alert, we have a background color there in right beside the icon, or the background of the icon. Then the bottom text for success, information. Actually, we don't need the bottom text right now. I think this can go. So this is pretty much what we need: the icon, the message, and the background. For these here, we'll place the icon. Here we'll place the background, and here we'll place the message. So let's try to do that. I think the first thing we have to do, because for the close, we'll have the ID of close. I think the class close, I think we can just have an ID of close. Let's try to have ID close, something like that. And then we can change close button to get element by ID close. So we can target now the close, and then for this one, I think we'll rename this to alert notification. So we'll target our alert notification. So our target here is this one, the entirety of our template for the alert notification. And then what do we need is the message. So we need to get the message, the icon, and the message icon, because we'll change the background in here. So that's what we want to do. I'm just gonna quickly do that and cap in here. So we have a message, then we have an icon, I think that's and we'll have the icon container. So we have already we have already got the elements in here, and the next thing we have to do is to proceed to our buttons. So in here, if we click, let's just minimize this one. If we click this one, this is because we have already looped over in each one of these, and we have added an event listener. So if we click success, this will trigger a click event for success. So let's try to do that. So let's console.log console.log e.target.id. So just so we can console. So here's the console. Close buttons is not defined. Close buttons. So we'll just have to comment them out right now, because we'll just proceed to that later. So the first thing we have to do is, I think, for the where's that? For the button click, we'll listen for the button click. I'm missing the button click here. So let's try to do this one first. So if I click success, as you can see, I have here success, information, warning, and error. It's because I have an ID of success, information, warning, and error in here. Using these keys, we can actually target our content in here. This serves as our content. So using success key, we can target this key and get our information. So to do that, we can actually pass this to the show alert. So I mean something like this, and we'll pass in our alert notification, this one, alert notification, where this where we target this, the entirety of this, and then we'll pass in the ID. So for example, this ID is equals to success, or this ID is equals to error. So this is just its parameter, and then we'll pass this in our show alert. So we already have an alert in here, and I think we'll just have to alert type, something like that, alert type. So we already have an alert type, an alert, and let's just console log what we have for the alert type. Alert type. So let's try this one again. Okay, so we'll still have the success, we'll still have the information. So the next thing we have to do is to change our content, dynamic content in there. So I just have to I just have to have a quick validation. If there's an alert type, we should change this UI message icon, the icon in the alert notification. So we'll just change that to in here. Our ID, our content, this object, so notifications object, and then we'll target the type, so success information. So by doing that you can just have a type in here and then select for an icon. So I think that should do it. Okay, let's just add all the rest so that we can actually see our code running. So I'll just copy the rest of the changes. So in here I have the UI message where we target this message in this one, and then that change the inner HTML to the message in here, the message, and then for the UI icon container we'll change the background color of the background color in here. So I think that is good to go. I'm just gonna check if that's working. So I think it's working now. So let's try to check. So there we have the color, the text. We have the color, the text, but we don't have the icon. I think something is missing with the icon. Notifications, alert type, icon. Notifications, alert type, icon. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do. So our code is actually working properly, and I think what we're missing is because we have changed this ID of message icon. I think we're missing just the style in here. So we just change that to ID, and then I think we're good to go. So we'll have the success and then information. So let's review this code right now, and then I think this is already good to go. But I think we are missing a validation in here. Let's just create if there's no alert, if there's no show class, so we'll just have to alert remove. This is just for CSS things to properly work. So this is just another level of validation. So our styling, our animations is in place correctly. So I think yeah, so we'll have the buttons. So we just target the buttons in here. For now we just have a one button. It's close button, and I think that we can do that by adding the close alert. By simply adding the close alert, something like this. Close alert, alert notification. So alert notification. So I think let's just format this, format document, and I think we're good to go. So let's test this out. We have created a content, dynamic content in here, and we have um, passed in our alert notification and our target, which could be error, which could be warning, and then we'll dynamically display those data on the front end using the this src or in HTML for the message and the background color of the um, icon container. So this is pretty much it. So let's test in what we have in the UI. So we'll have success and then information. Let's just close, warning, and then error. So that's pretty much it.